So now we're going to fit this. It's the Mace engineering boss that holds the supercharged pulley. So I've got my hydraulic cylinder there, 3/4 rod and nut, and then I've got inside of here, there's a grub screw threaded into the end of the threaded rod and up the snout. So I'm going to give that a nudge and see what happens. So here we go. Now it's important to note that piece there is 25.5mm long roughly, but I think from the end of the shaft to here is just less than 25, so we want it to be flush. And I've put some SKF anti-scuffing stuff on there for bearings, because we don't want this picking up, because that would be very, very sad. As you can see, that's going on really nicely. Now in my previous video you would have seen me use the horseshoe plate, and many of you will be saying, oh, let's just use 3-legged pullers. No, don't do it. Just go the extra mile and get your bits ready and make it up. So I've got to watch this real carefully now. So that should be it roughly about there, but I'm going to have to pull it apart and check it and see what's going on. I make my apologies for the shaky video. I always shake a little bit. It's really hard to keep these phones steady. But yeah, if we look through here, it's just this here is just past this face, and that made it flush on the end there, because there's not really much you can do unless you use a smaller bit of threaded rod. So you had a washer that came up to the face as it pulled it in, but once we do it the end snout bolt, that should be good to go. So I'll just take all this off now and then I'll get back onto the video. So I'm going to torque that end bolt there up to on the snout to 22 Newton meters once I get the pulley on. It'll give me something to hang on to once I get the belts on. And I'm going to torque these ones up, which are in here. They've got never sees on them, or copper coat. I'm going to torque them up to 10 Newton meters. So they're 10, and that one's 22 Newton meters. But I'll do that once the belt's on, because that'll make it a bit easier to do. So that's flush with the end of the nozzle shaft, the nose shaft, snout as they call it. And I just put a little plug out to Mace just right now. Mace supplied this, the pulley, which looks fantastic by the way. And I've also done a V8 Commodore, I put a true track diff in it, so that's a limited slip diff that you can put into your V8 standard, you know, take the banjo out and put this true track in. Wasn't that expensive to do, but I did it myself and set the diff up and everything, and it has been absolutely amazing. So Mace Engineering, they're in New Zealand and Australia. So there you have it. That's all torqued up, and I was wrong when I put the snout bolt in. Pretty much it had this washer on it, but it won't fit with that, so just put the bolt in there for whatever reason. Mace could possibly give a little more instruction on how to fit these. I'm guessing it goes on the outer grooves and leaves 2 grooves on the pulley unused, because I think it might be generic for V8s as well, that they make these pulleys. So I'll know when I start it, and then if it's in the wrong groove I'll just move it over one. Okay, so I've just started it, checked it, and that is the right position for the belts. Alright, so you definitely don't want to be pulling on that bush any further than flush on the shaft. Alright, and just to recap, this is what I used, an inner pack tool, 19mm threaded rod, 3/4 UNC, and an 8mm grub screw drilled and tapped in the end of it. So that's just a standard M8 grub screw. And there you go. And I'll tell you what, it sounds sweet. You can hear that supercharger really doing its thing now. And the pulley, my goodness, it runs so true. It's beautiful, so beautiful. Yeah, bloody good job. I hope this helps you guys, and look at my other videos for a laugh if you want. Thanks for watching.